attend the Disney or the D23 Disney Video Game Showcase. Um, Tell you what, I'm not going to go into every announcement because I didn't think everything was super interesting. I'll just let you guys check out the notes. But is there anything? I mean, did you guys both get to watch the actual game showcase?
I watch the trailers after the fact because I told you
Yeah.
that's what I
Okay.
do.
Yeah. I mean, was there anything in there that you guys thought was noticeable? I mean, I know the biggest thing that people took away from was the Captain America Black Panther gameplay trailer. It
There
wasn't
was
even
no
gameplay; it
gameplay.
was cinematic.
I mean, I saw the trailer for it. I mean, cool, I guess. Like, there's literally, I'm not a fan of these like little teaser trailers that literally show you nothing about the game because that could be anything. Like, once again, we just talked
Yeah.
about Dead Island, like doing a cinematic trailer in the game being nothing like the trailer.
Hmm.
So, I like, I like the Captain America movie. I don't know if I'll like the game. I don't know. This might be fine. People are talking about it being like this awesome looking game, but I don't know what they're looking at. So maybe I'm missing something here.
Hype. All the hype. Forget about it.
Everything out of this event I already knew about. I mean, the only thing that was kind of new was the Disney Mirrorverse. Did you see that with the Disney villains? That
Yeah, that's a mobile game though, isn't it?
it's a mobile game. Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
that's what I mean. A lot of it was mobile oriented, and mobile is just not my bag. I'd rather have a controller. I don't like
Yeah.
Hmm.
touching a screen. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. Because to be fair, mobile is what the best, like, most profitable platform.
Oh,
Like,
revenue generator. Yeah, it's the biggest one.
so I mean, I definitely get why they're going that route. And I mean, to be fair, some games can actually turn out really well from a gameplay perspective. Like Diablo Immortal played really well mobile if they didn't have such a crappy system around it. So I'm not anti-mobile games. I think it's just rare that you have one that really I think plays well and appeals where like a core kind of gaming audience. But I don't know.
I just thought about it. Why was Aliens there? Does Disney own
We talked about
Aliens?
that. Yes.
Apparently they do.
Well, here's the thing. So Aliens is a 20th Century Fox owned IP,
Oh, and they
and
bought
Disney bought
Fox.
Fox. I forgot all about that being part of it.
Wow.
So that's a
Huh.
weird thought to think that Disney owns Aliens. You know what that makes
Yeah.
me wish it would have done? Do you remember? I know Chaz, you remember this at Disney World. They used to have that alien encounter,
Alien Encounter.
but it
Yeah,
wasn't
I
real
remember that.
aliens. Now there's an opportunity to bring it back and have real aliens in it. That would be the most horrifying thing. I remember that scared the crap out of me as a kid. So,
Yeah. I mean, honestly, for me, there was nothing else that really stood out here. I mean, maybe the Niantic. I mean,
I
I
was
don't know
gonna
if you guys
mention
know,
that.
it's like a Marvel Pokemon Go type game or something.
Yeah, where you can be a superhero. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know how that's gonna play out in AR, but we'll see. I mean, Pokemon Go is still very much a thing. It's still doing very, very well. So who's to say this won't be the next big thing? I think the weird thing is like Marvel, though. At least to me, I feel like it's on kind of a downward trend. I think in popularity. Maybe that's just I'm looking at from my my perspective, but I don't feel like this game's gonna land as strongly as they're wanting it to. Like when Pokemon came out in AR, like Pokemon is still like the world's biggest IP. So of course that was gonna do well. The Marvel stuff is still big, but I don't know. Maybe because they didn't really show like any kind of gameplay, so I have no
Didn't,
idea what it's supposed to even be.
didn't
But
they cancel that Harry Potter Pokemon Go game? I
oh,
don't
there was
think
gonna
that
be a
did
Harry
very
Potter
well.
AR game.
No, that came out like a year ago. It was already been out,
Oh,
but I don't think it was very
that's just
popular like, at all.
Oh, wow.
that's the hard thing when you try to go after certain franchises like that. If they're not like really hot at that point, I think it's hard to capitalize on it sometimes. You're always kind of late to the game. But Marvel, I mean, is still big, so maybe I'm just being pessimistic about it. I just feel like at least when I look at the Marvel kind of landscape right now, it's kind of flatlining in some areas, but that could just be me. So
I hate to say it, there was only one thing I was interested in seeing, and it wasn't here. Do you know what it is?
is it going to be one
Wa-
of the Insomniac Marvel games?
I wanted to see Wolverine.
Yeah.
We didn't get anything more from Wolverine game.
Yeah, I'm not super surprised about that. Because as much as that is a Disney Marvel thing, that is also very much a Sony thing. Like
Hmm.
Sony, I think, is wanting to keep like those big cards, especially right now with all their competition with Xbox. I think really close to the chest, so they have control over when they kind of reveal stuff, make sure it's presented in the best possible light, and is going to help them push their consoles. I think we'll hear about some of those going into the next year. I think I was reading somewhere. I mean, they are required. Sony is to discuss games that are going to be sold next year as part of their just earnings report for the following year. And at least Spider-Man 2, to my knowledge, is supposed to be a game that comes out next year, and we've heard nothing about it. So that leaves the opening for the next month or two, Sony to have their own event and at least talk about Spider-Man, maybe Wolverine. I don't know exactly the time frame on that one, so I think there's still hope to see those, but definitely before years out.
Yeah. All right. So since it seems like you guys are so blown away by these announcements, do you mind if I move us over to the one thing I wanted to show you from the Ubisoft event?
Sure.
Was there anything else you guys had to say here? I mean,
No, I didn't watch the Ubisoft because that just aired tonight, right?
a few hours ago. I watched it at like 4. It was live or something.